Hi, this is George Rinaldi in Hampton, Virginia, and I'm here to discuss Hurricane Irene, which is appearing more and more likely now to have a significant impact on the southeast U.S. coast late this week and over the weekend. And right now it appears that Irene will make landfall as a Category 2 hurricane over North Florida, the north coast of Florida, or possibly the southern coast of Georgia late Friday night, or excuse me, late Thursday night or early Friday morning, and then move inland a little ways and then turn northeast and move generally up the coastal plain of the Carolinas and even up into southeastern Virginia over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, moving up to my area Saturday night and Sunday morning, and then moving off and hopefully out into the open Atlantic. And there's a possibility of some effect on New England from this. However, we won't know that for a few days yet. If you live in northern Florida, Georgia, especially around Savannah, you need to start paying attention to this. There is a possibility of Irene making landfall as a major hurricane. If you live in an area that's subject to storm surge flooding, or if you're afraid that the building that you're in is not going to be able to withstand 120, 125 mile an hour winds, then you need to make plans to evacuate. Today is Monday. Okay, the storm is supposed to make landfall early Friday morning, which means conditions are going to start to deteriorate probably Thursday morning. So if you're going to evacuate, you need to do so either today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. Don't wait until Thursday. If you don't feel safe where you're at, if you've got health conditions or whatever, and you don't think you're going to be able to ride it out where you're at, get the hell out of there. If local officials advise you to evacuate, leave. Do as they say. If you think you're going to call 911 in the middle of a hurricane and say, "Oh, the water's up to my neck, come and help me," no, nobody's going to come to help you. They'll come fish your body out later. Their emergency responders are not going to risk their lives because you're too stupid to ignore an evacuation order. Moving along, I'm getting particularly concerned about what effect this is going to have on the mid-Atlantic coast up into Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, and New Jersey over the weekend. It should weaken. Of course, all hurricanes weaken when they move over land. There's really not much north of it, like a high pressure system or anything that would enable it to maintain its winds much after landfall. So it should, not long after it makes landfall, the wind should start to drop off. And the usual rule of thumb is a hurricane loses half of its strength within 24 hours. I expect this to be moving probably not very fast, maybe about 15 miles an hour after it makes landfall. So by the time it gets up into the Carolinas and up into south central, southeastern Virginia, the maximum sustained wind should be about 40 to 50 miles an hour. But the winds are not what concerns me about this. This is pulling up a lot of moisture with it. There is a possibility of several inches of rain, possibly even a foot of rain across parts of North Carolina, Virginia, the Delmarva Peninsula, which includes parts of Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia, and eastern Maryland, even Annapolis and Baltimore. You could see some serious rainfall out of this. Exactly how this is going to pan out remains to be seen yet. This is still about 4 days from landfall. The track could shift a little east or a little west. But I don't think the southeastern and mid-Atlantic coast is going to escape any type of impact from Irene. So now is the time to prepare. Review your hurricane plan with your family. Check your supplies. Get lots of non-perishable food, water. I would recommend crackers are pretty good, but soup is even better because crackers tend to make you want to drink a lot of water, and water is going to be kind of scarce. And while you want to keep hydrated, you don't want to be eating anything that's going to make you even more thirsty. So stock up on the canned goods and get lots and lots and lots of water. Be ready if you feel the need to evacuate. You need to start making your plans today or tomorrow, and you need to be out by Wednesday. I'll review whatever possible impacts there'll be further north from Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. I'll be doing that probably on Tuesday. I go back to work on Wednesday, so I'm not going to be here that much when this thing really starts to unfold. So you people, you need to find a website for your local weather office. The website for the National Hurricane Center is www.nhc.noaa.gov. That's G-O-V. And you could also check with the various private weather agencies. AccuWeather is one of them, the Weather Channel, or even your favorite weather group, because there's a lot of professional meteorologists that post there. Also, NOAA Weather Radio is a good source of information, as well as your favorite local radio and TV station. Sorry if I kind of hemmed and hawed through this. I was trying to get this out in a hurry. Hopefully my next video will be a little bit better than this one. I'm going to try to do an update later today. Meanwhile, I'm hungry, and I'm going to go grab a bite to eat and go to sleep for a few hours. Then I'm going to get up again and pour over model runs till my head explodes. And y'all have a great day, and thank you for watching.